Hi everybody, the Penguin Chef here. Today I'm going to show you how to make zucchini bread. I got this recipe from a college friend some ridiculous number of years ago, and ever since then I've always made sure that my garden is putting out zucchini because I make a lot of this stuff. So let's get started by taking a look at our ingredients. Now might be a good time to pause the video so you can copy down these ingredients, or take a screenshot on your phone or mobile device to help you with your shopping list. I actually got started with my preparations last night. I took 1 cup of raisins and soaked them in rum overnight in the refrigerator. Then this morning, I drained away the rum. Don't worry, the rum didn't go to waste. You can use the excess to soak more raisins and make more zucchini bread. You can see here I have 2 cups of shredded zucchini. I prepared that in advance as well. I peeled the zucchini, split it, scooped out the seeds, and shredded it up in my handy dandy food processor. We're going to go ahead and get started by mixing up our powdered ingredients so that they're ready to go. I've got here 3 cups of sifted flour. I'm using regular flour, you can use bread flour as well. To that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. I've got a teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And now we're just going to mix that up. All right, that's ready to go. I've got here in my mixing bowl 3 large eggs, which I've beaten until light and foamy. I'm going to add to that my 1.5 cups of sugar. Next we're going to add the oil, 1/2 cup, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and my 2 cups of shredded zucchini. Go ahead and mix that up. Once I got this mixed up almost all the way, I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 cup of applesauce. So now we've got our liquids and our sugar all nice and mixed up. I switched to the paddle attachment on my mixer, and now I've got the oven preheating to 325. Now we're going to go ahead and add our dry ingredients, a little bit at a time, maybe 1/4 of a third at a time so you don't get that cloud shooting in your face. Once the powder is pretty well mixed in, you can crank up the speed on your mixer a little bit and let it go for a couple of minutes until everything is nice and incorporated. Don't forget to scrape the edges. We got the batter all nice and mixed up, so the last thing we're going to add is our 1 cup of raisins. There we go. And we're just going to mix this on low for a little bit so that they're evenly distributed. All right, our batter's all ready to go. I've got 2 loaf pans here that I'm going to spray with baking spray with flour. I've always found this gives you a nice release when you're getting it out of the pan. And then just try to divide your batter evenly between the 2. Once you got your pans filled, we're going to go ahead and give them a little tap to work out any of the bubbles and level everything out. If it's too noisy on your counter, you can lay down a dish towel just like I've done. All right, these are ready to go. Our oven's ready, so let's go ahead and get them in there. We're going to bake these at 325 for about an hour. We have just a couple minutes left on our timer for the zucchini bread. Now I've found that the best way to tell if it's done is still the old school way of the toothpick. Comes out clean, you're good to go. Yo. So after an hour, I pulled out my toothpick and it was still a little gooey. So we're going to let that go for another 5 minutes. This time, came out clean. We've been letting this cool, and now the metal pans are easy enough to handle, so we're going to flip these out. Oh, look at that. Oh, doesn't that look good? There we have it. There's our zucchini bread with rum-soaked raisins. Great for breakfast, great for a snack with butter or just dry. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. And if you give this recipe a try, let me know how it turns out for you. Until next time.